So it turns out it is September 28th. Man, I just looked at the clock and I just that quickly forgot what time it is. It's 5:15 p.m., so the bus will be along in about 7 minutes. I popped into QT. They don't sell bus passes there, which really surprises me. I know Circle K does. I'm reasonably sure 7-Eleven does, and kind of anticipated that QT would, but they don't. So, that's inconvenient. So I checked on valleymetro.org. Reduced. Hopefully they don't ask for an ID to prove I qualify for reduced, but because I don't have my Medicare card on me. But reduced fare for a day pass is $2, so I should be able to actually pay cash for one on the bus. I do have $2 on me. I'm so without cash these days. I got 2 1s and a 5. So yeah, if they let me get a day pass for $2, then I'm good. And if the driver wants to be insistent on I need to see eligibility for reduced fare, blah blah blah, if he gets like that on me, it's $2 for a single trip. So I can do that, I guess, and then I'll have 10 minutes to figure out the remainder of my fare when I get up to Bell Road. So yeah, as I was mentioning in the last video, I kind of got, as I mentioned in the last video, so many things I take for granted being in my car, and one of them, which just kind of, I don't want to say it ruined my night last night, but it certainly proved to be an inconvenience. For me, like when I'm listening to music, I'm a music guy, so crappy headphones are just torture to me. And I've had this really nice pair of Sennheiser HD555 full-size headphones for a long time. Found them years ago at the Goodwill at 16th Street and Indian School, and they were $20, and it's kind of funny. Like, I've had this almost exact conversation over several things over the years in thrift stores, but I'm standing. The woman gave them to me out of the cabinet so I could kind of take a good look at them. Now, I didn't have any way to preview them, but Goodwill's pretty good about, at least here in Arizona, they're pretty good about letting you return stuff as long as you have the price tag on the item and your receipt, and you do it within 30 days. Just let them know, hey, it don't work. So I was willing to take a chance on them, and they look to be in pristine condition. And I mean, I've used them for many years, and they're still, as you can see, in pretty much pristine condition. I did have to re-glue the foam pads back on them, and I think it's just the glue breaks down due to the dry arid climate here after time. I forget what kind of glue I used on it, but it's worked really well. Anyway, so anyway, I have her hand them to me, and I'm looking at them, and at this point I don't really know what they sell for offhand, but I know they're Sennheisers and they're full-size headphones with a 1/4-inch jack, so definitely way more than $20. And there's another person looking at them, and I asked the woman, so I don't think they actually had a price tag directly on them, and I asked the woman how much they were. She's like, oh, they're $20. And the woman next to me is like, oh, that's too much for headphones. I'm like, it's not too much for these headphones. Actually, that's kind of a steal for these headphones. So yeah, that's kind of been my standard as far as what I'm used to listening to for headphones. So can't really hang with crappy earbuds. It's borderline torture even to listen to decent quality earbuds. And by decent, I'm not meaning like high-end earbuds, obviously, but like I've got a couple pair of pretty average quality Sony earbuds, and while they're not torture to listen to compared to my good headphones, they're not pleasant. I bought a pair of inexpensive, I vlogged about this a while back, I bought a pair of inexpensive Bluetooth earbuds, and man, I listened to them once, and they're just unlistenable to me. I mean, I could probably handle listening to, you know, news radio or podcasts, you know, speech podcasts with them, but anything to do with music, it's just, they're not suitable for music, not to me. I've got the actual Apple earbuds that came with my phone, and those sound all right, you know, for earbuds. But again, you know, compared to these, that's what I'm used to listening to. I also have a pair of kind of inexpensive full-size Sony headphones, and those sound remarkably good, but I can't seem to find them now to save my life. I last remember using them, there's one time I couldn't find these, and I used them for a couple of days. My computer was set up in the break room for working on music, and was quite happy with them, but damned if I can remember where I put them after that. So yeah, I should be better at putting things away and having a way for places to be put. That's something I constantly struggle with. Anyway, so yeah, I went to, I walked down to the post office yesterday, which I did my last vlog, walking from the post office to Circle K. Couldn't believe all those homeless people I ran into right at the end. That was kind of disturbing. You know, and I guess I see them all the time when I'm driving, but yet I don't. You know, it's easy to ignore that when you're driving, because you're looking at the road. You know, I'm looking at the road. I'm not looking at all the homeless people congregating at the bus stop. Anyway, I see my bus coming. There it is. See it? Yeah. So I better wrap this up. Anyway, what I was going to say is, last night I didn't have my headphone adapter to run this into my CD player to take it down to an 1/8 inch, because I keep that in my DJ bag. And I always keep my DJ bag in my car, but it got transported to the Union Jack. Anyway, that will make it to my pocket today. It will. Anyway, there will be more. I got to get ready to get on that bus, so they ain't waiting for me.